Welcome everybody, got the Kegel shirt on, it's Sunday Funday. Welcome to episode 394 of the Daily Mother Swole.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
The most muscular podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex these fucking things right here. The Gun Show, the motherfucking Gun Show. Thank you so much for joining me today at 12 noon Eastern time. If you look at your clock and you're in another time zone, trust me, it's 12 noon Eastern time where Papa Swole lives. Got the Kegel shirt on, ready to rock. It's Sunday, so thanks for joining me here every day at 12 noon. Thanks for watching on YouTube and listening to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Don't forget that if you're busy, you could turn on the audio. Flip on iTunes and flip on SoundCloud and you can hear every single episode of the Daily Mother Swole. Today's episode is a motivation. I got some big announcements and you're going to hear about this next couple days. But before we go into that, this is when people quit episode. This is when people quit. Now, today is a Sunday, right? Today's a Sunday, you're having fun, maybe you're in a high mood, maybe you're feeling good today, but maybe you're not. And I had a period this past week, but it happens to Papa Swole too. It happens to Papa Swole too, where you have not necessarily second thoughts, but you have a low mood. And you're gonna have this during the week, you're gonna have this during the day, you're gonna have this kind of up and down roller coaster now and again. It's gonna happen, right? It's gonna happen. Now, when you have that up and down, it's not about what you do when you're up. It's not about what you do when you feel like you're up, when you feel motivated, when you feel excited. It's not about that. It's about what you do down here. It's about what you do when you feel in the dumps, when you feel low mood, when you feel lack of motivation, when you don't feel like going to the gym, when you don't feel like eating your chicken and broccoli or your steak or your oatmeal, whatever it is in your nutrition plan. When you don't feel like doing this, this is the gold. This is where the results happen. Why? Because when you focus on these areas, you bring those things up and it makes you more consistent. Because fitness, everything in life is about consistency. If you have consistent output, it's like the tortoise, the tortoise, wins the race, the tortoise and the hare. You'll have the rabbit that runs really fast, gets tired, gets distracted, this, that, and the other. But then you have the consistent pace of the tortoise that ends up winning the race because the consistent pace the entire time. It's kind of also like those horror movies where like you're running and the person's like, oh my God, they're running and flying away and like, oh my God, they're coming. And then the evil creature in the horror movie is like slowly walking after them, and it makes it more creepy because they're not running. But it's those low points. It's the low points in the mood. It's the low points in the motivation. It's those dips. And it's all about how you are when you're down. It's all about how you react and how you react in that situation when you have a low mood, when you're not amped, when you're not on fire. And it happens a lot during the day. It's not just once in a while when you don't see results. You have those up and downs. You're gonna have those up and downs. You're gonna have those roller coasters, and those roller coasters are very evident in some people. You might have a big mood shift. You might be one of those people that has a big mood shift. You might have, some people take it out on someone else. You take it out on your spouse, you take it out on your friend, or you become a hermit and you pull away and you don't go out anywhere, or your friend does that too. But it comes down to whether or not you can perform here. So I want you to think of that phrase, and I've been posting it on Snapchat, and I've been posting it on Instagram, my wallpaper. So if you're not following me on Snapchat, mostly Instagram stories, but if you're not following me on those platforms, make sure you do that. It's Swolenormous on both. So go to Swolenormous on Instagram, and Instagram stories, you can take a screenshot of the story. You can take a screenshot of the picture. You hold the power button, the two buttons of your phone, the home button and the power button, and you hit them at the same time, and you take a picture. And it's a wallpaper, and it says, this is when, and this is what the wallpaper says, people quit. And the reason why this is motivation for today, and the reason why that's a wallpaper, is because that's what I think whenever I hit one of those periods. Whenever I hit one of those points where I'm like, this kind of sucks, or I'm not seeing results with X, Y, and Z, whether it's fitness, whether it's business, whether it's just life in general. Whenever you have that little dip, and I say this because Monday's coming up, and people are a lot of you are about to have that dip. You're about to have that Monday during the week dip, and we always talk about Monday being bullshit, but it still exists. It's still a change in your schedule. You're going back to work, you're going back to the grind, shit that you don't like to fucking do. So when you say this is when people quit, every time you have one of those moments, think to yourself, this is when people quit. Whenever there's a lull, whenever there's a low point, whenever there's like a lack of motivation, whenever there's like a dip, you think to yourself, this is when people quit. This is when people say, fuck this, I'm done. This is when people say, I can't take it anymore. This is when people do that. This is when people punch out. And that's what happens. This is when people punch out. Every time. It's my wallpaper too, guys. It's my wallpaper too. Chris, Wesley. This is what I look at because it happens. And it could be a moment, but it gets you right back on that track. It pulls you right back up right away. So you have to think, that's what happens. How do you get results? You don't quit. How do you get to the finish line? You don't quit. You keep going. How do you get anything that you want in life? You keep going. That's it. That's really it. There's no magic. There's no, oh my God, the magic pill or the secret path. It's quitting and not quitting. If you stop, you don't get it. If you keep going, you may get it. But you're certainly not going to get it if you quit and if you stop. So it comes down to pushing, going, moving, doing. You have to. It's not optional. You have to. You have to keep moving. If you don't move forward, if you don't continue the process, if you don't continue moving forward, you're never going to get there. And it's something that is forgotten all too often. It's forgotten all too often. And those of you that are watching, I know a lot of you, it's a weekend, so a lot of you are going to watch this later. But you forget this. You forget that it's really that simple. It's as simple as not stopping. That's it. It's as simple as not stopping. Doing it and then continue to do it. If you stop doing it, you won't have it. And it's that simple. You can wash your hands of everything else. What's the other reason? Oh, I'm trying this strategy. If you stop, you stop. And then you don't have it. If you keep going, you can get it. And that's it. And you're going to fail. You're going to fucking fail. You're going to hit a roadblock. You're going to do something that doesn't work. You're going to try something else that works for a little bit and then stops working. You're going to try something else and it's going to work great and then it's not going to work anymore. You're going to have to try something else and then it doesn't work again. You're going to do that. You're going to try things that don't work. You're going to do things that don't work and you are going to not get results. And then you're going to do other things that get you results. But you won't get to those things that get you results unless you keep going, if you don't stop. So this is what I want you to do. You're going to go on Instagram. We're going to go on the after Swole party just to chill for a little bit after this. But this is when people quit. You're going to look at the Instagram story. You're going to take a snapshot and follow my Instagram and my Instagram stories because I drop a lot of these nukes throughout the day. This is when people quit. If that wallpaper, it still might be up there right now, but if it is, go take a screenshot, put it on your phone, put it on your tablet, put it on your computer, and look at it and see that fucking shit every fucking day and make that a point. Every time you feel low, you think, this is when people quit, and guess what you're gonna do? You're not gonna fucking quit. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 394 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. Come on, peeps. We all flex our biceps every damn day. Thanks for watching live at 12 noon Eastern time. Thanks for checking me out on YouTube and listening to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Check out that podcast. It's lit. You can watch it, listen to it. You're not gonna watch it. You can listen to it while you're mowing the lawn, doing the dishes, while you're pumping iron. It's some fucking great pumps. Everyone tells me they listen to the podcast while they pump. And I'll see you guys on the After Swole party on Instagram. Also, stay tuned for an event right here on the main page Wednesday evening. Eastern time, Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. doing a live webinar right here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to do a live Fix Your Fitness episode at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. Open Q&A. We're going to have a great discussion going through the basics of fixing your fitness. Going to go into a little bit more depth, a little more breakdown of what the 90-day dash program is all about, a little bit more of the philosophy, but specifically to that. And I'm going to be talking about this in my premium group, and I'll talk this about the next couple days, and I'll put an event here on the page. So make sure you can be there. I know a lot of people can't make it at 12 noon Eastern time every day. So I'm going to hit you all up live here on the Swolenormous page at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, and we're going to get fucking into it. I'm going to do some giveaways, going to offer some sweet fucking, just some amazing specials only in that time period and the hour afterwards. So it's very important that you show up, put up, but make sure you can be there, because we're gonna drop some Q&As and really talk about fixing your fitness. So I'll see you at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. I'll post an event here in the group, and we'll be talking about it for the next couple days. So I'll see you all there, and I'll see some of you on Instagram at the After Swole party right now for Daily Swole Club. Thank you so much for joining me. Peace out. Deuce Magoose, peace Mageese. I'll see you tomorrow for 395. Laters.